Hi there. You guys ready for this week's video? I am really excited to focus on getting back to basics with health and wellness routines. So today we're going to talk about water. Today we're talking about how staying hydrated is one of the best things you could do for your mental health, for your stress management, and for just feeling good, especially right now. At the time of this recording, we are still under quarantine for this coronavirus pandemic that we are experiencing together. And that is in large part why this month's videos is all about getting back to basics, because if we aren't focused on those basics and really diving into the bedrock, that foundation of what truly helps our bodies and our minds function at their best, we're going to have an even harder time than we already are right now. So I really want to support you this month in taking care of you and really getting back to those basics. So we're not going to shy away from that. Yes, it's simple. Yes, you've probably heard these things before, but I'm hoping to put this in perspective for you of why this is so important right now and give you some practical tips that might help you to make it doable right now, and really anytime. So if this is your first time seeing these videos, my name is Danielle Dinkelman. I am a national board certified health and wellness coach, and I do these videos every single week inside of my YouTube channel and my free private Facebook group. Both are under the name of Healthy Living with Danielle Dinkelman. Come on over, subscribe on YouTube, or join our Facebook group. We'd love to have you in the community and get this information in your hands and get this motivation going for you to help you take charge of your health by just implementing a healthy lifestyle in really sustainable ways. So that's what we're all about here. Let's dive into our topic for today. So first of all, I want to just remind you of some things that, again, you've probably heard these things before, but we're going to go into some detail of what the consequences of dehydration is. I even have my handy dandy water bottle here, so you can't talk about water and not feel thirsty, so forgive me if I take a couple drinks while we go here. Consequences of dehydration. I have a whole list here that I'm going to read off to you. We have multiple studies, and I will link those that you can look those up if you'd like, but we have really well established scientific literature telling us that water affects our bodies, but most of all, it affects our brains. Okay, so we can see that with dehydration, there's increased cases of anxiety, mood swings, fatigue, memory problems, mental difficulty, overall body tension, and headaches. Okay? I don't like any of the things on that list, and I personally am quite prone to some of these things, so I need to do everything in my power to make sure that I stave off the muscle tension and the headaches that I'm prone to from a car accident I had years ago. But really, who needs any of those things, especially right now? If you are watching this in real time and you're going through the stresses and the fears and already there's anxiety going on. So why not support ourselves with a sure and fast way to avoid some of these things by simply staying hydrated? So what does that mean to be hydrated? Let's talk about that for a minute. To be hydrated, I could break this down for you of how exactly much water a human body needs and how much it eliminates throughout the day, how much a human body usually can get from food, especially if you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables, and then how much we need in water. I'm not going to go through all the details there, but just know that that has all been accounted for. And really the recommendation is 64 ounces of water a day. Okay, more if you are out sweating in the sun. Okay. 64 ounces, okay? So can you do that? Are you already doing that? Are you even aware if you're doing it? Let's talk about one really important thing, and maybe you've never heard this before. There is some really convincing evidence that shows us that dehydration has already set in by the time you start feeling thirsty. Have you ever heard that before? When I first learned that, that really got my attention, and there's been multiple studies that show this to be true. So we cannot go through our day and expect to be taking good care of ourselves and staying hydrated just drinking when we feel that thirst sensation. You need to be proactive about your hydration, okay? So let's talk about how to work that into our daily lives. So for me, tip number 1 is choose a water bottle and just use the same water bottle consistently. It just becomes a part of you. This is like an extension of me. My children, I send them running through the house to go find this for me because I just have this habit of just always having this with me. So sometimes I'll leave it on the other side of the house and they know to go and help me out because I love having that with me constantly. So choosing your favorite water bottle. This one happens to be a Contigo brand and it's a 20 ounce capacity. I like it because it's stainless steel, not plastic. You can go glass, you can go plastic, whatever. But that's what I've chosen. I like the straw. I like the pop top. I like it has this carabiner. So this is like my best friend right here. So maybe I'll see if I can find a link in Amazon for you guys if you want to, if you're looking for a new favorite water bottle. But just be consistent with what water bottle you're using. Keep it handy always, okay? If you are hopping in the car to go somewhere, take this with you, okay? That's one of my favorite cues to stay hydrated is that I'm just sipping on that when I'm doing mindless things like working on my computer or driving in the car, or if I'm cooking dinner, I want it there with me in the kitchen. If I'm folding laundry, I want it with me. Keep it with you always. Okay, so that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is know your numbers, okay? So for me, like I said, we're shooting for 64 ounces to be hydrated, right? You wanna be getting that every single day. This is about 20 ounces, so I know that I need to fill this and drink it a little over 3 times, okay? You can see I do this silly thing. I've posted about this on social media before. But I actually grabbed my daughter's little hair rubber bands here, and this is like my counter. Okay, so I've already downed 2 of these. I have 4 on here because I'm an overachiever and I try to get 4 of these a day. But that keeps me on track. It keeps me aware of where I'm at. So find a way. Well, we'll get to that, but really know your numbers. So whatever your water bottle of choice is, recognize how many times you need to fill that in order to hit your target for the day. Okay, again, we're going for 64 ounces of water. Okay, and then this goes into my 4th and final tip was to make it a game, okay? For me, this makes it fun, and it's kind of like a little personal challenge that I have every day to try to get that 3rd mark over there. You can add all sorts of layers to this. You can have, stickers on your wall calendar, put a reminder in your phone, anything to make it silly and fun. Give yourself some sort of way to celebrate, anything to just make it a game. You could make it a game by making it a competition. Talk to a friend or to your spouse and see if you can make it a game that way of, hey, did you get your water? Did you tally that up today? So those are my tips. We definitely want to find ways that work for you, and please put this at the top of your list. Make sure that you're aware of this. Don't overlook it. It seems a small thing. It seems really basic, but that's what we need to do right now is get back to basics. We really need to strengthen our foundation of taking care of our bodies, okay? And isn't that awesome that not only is this going to be good for our bodies, but it's also going to be really good for our minds, which I know so many of us are dealing with a lot of mental, emotional stuff that comes along with all of the changes we're experiencing with COVID-19. So I wish you the very best. Please come and hang out with us on YouTube or in a private Facebook group. Again, find us. It's called Healthy Living with Danielle Dinkelman. We'd love to have you there, and we'll see you next time.